Okay, so the James Webb Space Telescope might have spotted something incredible. Lights on Proxima Centauri b, an exoplanet super far away, that look like city lights on Earth. This has everyone wondering, could this be a sign of intelligent life? The latest data from the telescope suggests these lights might not just be random. If this is true, it would be a huge deal. Maybe even contact with another civilization. David Kipping, a scientist at Columbia College, says this planet is interesting. Unlike most rocky planets, it interacts with its star, Proxima Centauri, in a weird way. The James Webb Space Telescope is super powerful. Its ability to see infrared light helped spot these lights, which shows how much more we can learn. These light signals can tell us what the exoplanet's atmosphere is like. Scientists need to keep studying it to see if life could actually live there. The telescope is great at spotting faint lights, even in the dark. This makes it perfect for checking if the city lights are real. Proxima Centauri b is close to its star. One side is always facing the star, which is super hot. The other side is dark. If the exoplanet doesn't have an atmosphere, the temperature difference would be extreme. That's why the temperature differences have scientists trying to figure out the atmosphere. The telescope's orbit lets it watch the planet's cycles. If Proxima Centauri b has an atmosphere, scientists will check its chemistry for signs of life, like oxygen or water. The thing is, the telescope can only study a few nearby planets that might be livable. The Extremely Large Telescope, ELT, coming in 2028, should give us a better look at more planets. Even with its limitations, the telescope is important for learning about planets outside our solar system. New space telescopes will try to block out the bright light from stars to get a better look at the planets around them. This will help scientists study the atmospheres of these planets and see if they could support life. But it's not easy. Scientists need to be able to tell the difference between gases made by living things and gases from stuff like volcanoes. The telescope opens up opportunities for future stuff. Are we alone in the universe? The telescope is checking out planets and moons for signs of life. Back in 1984, two scientists, Jill Tarter and Thomas Pearson, started the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI. They're listening for radio signals from space, hoping to find something from aliens. Jill Tarter is still hopeful. The telescope is 1,000,000 miles from Earth and sends back detailed information about the oldest parts of the universe. It helps us learn how galaxies, stars, and planets are made. Scientists are using the telescope's tools to study the light from stars and planets. The telescope also studies the atmospheres of planets. The universe is surprising us. Scientists are finding lots of stuff that changes what they thought they knew about how the universe started. The telescope is helping us see further into space and learn about other exoplanets. Scientists have found over 4,000 exoplanets. There could be trillions more. NASA thinks these finds are just the start. The spacecraft Galileo found something near Jupiter that suggested plant life. Now, the telescope is looking for exoplanets within the habitable zones of their stars. If we find life, it would change everything. We can study the light from exoplanets and figure out what their atmospheres are made of. Understanding weather patterns on exoplanets can give us clues about their environments. Scientists are also looking for extreme weather that could stop an exoplanet from supporting life. Researchers are also exploring other signs of life, such as weird gases in the atmosphere. Models can help researchers guess what stuff they might find on exoplanets. Algorithms are also helping scientists look through the huge amounts of data from space telescopes. Scientists from all over the world are working together to share information. Better technology and ways of studying space will bring us closer to finding out if we're alone in the universe. So, the telescope's new finds could be the beginning of new things. Each new thing we see leads to more ideas and the possibility of life. Okay, so get this. The James Webb Space Telescope might have spotted something crazy. It looks like lights, like city lights, are beaming from Proxima Centauri b, which is a planet like a gazillion miles away. Is it just me? Or is that mind-blowing? What if there's something else out there living on that planet? Seriously, what secrets could they be hiding? And what does it all mean for us? People are scrambling to figure out what this all means. The telescope's latest stuff suggests these aren't just random lights. Each flash from that far away makes you think maybe we're about to find another universe. This part of space that we thought was just empty is now whispering about life. Each bit of details gets us closer to possibly totally rewriting all of history. So, yeah, the telescope found these lights that look like cities, hinting that there might be life. This has got researchers super excited. Could be what they've all been waiting for, showing us there are smart life forms with ways to connect that we can't even guess. David Kipping from Columbia College says this planet is pretty weird. Most rocky planets just soak up sunlight. But this one acts different because of how it hangs out with its star, Proxima Centauri. And get this, the telescope's discovery shows just how awesome it is. Its ability to spot infrared light made it key to seeing these lights. The light signals from Proxima Centauri b are important. Researchers need to keep using the telescope to peek at the planet's air and see if life could actually chill there. The James Webb Space Telescope is great at seeing infrared light, which helps it see what's going on at night on Proxima Centauri b. Other telescopes struggle to notice weak lights in dark space. But this telescope can catch even tiny flickers. If the so-called city lights on Proxima b are really made, this makes it easier to check. It can tell apart made lights in a certain frequency as opposed to starlight really well. Proxima Centauri b chills close to its star. The side facing the star gets Sirius sunlight, so you could charge a bunch of solar panels. While its dark side would also bounce some light. As the planet goes around its star, it's like Earth, it cycles through hot days to cool nights. The planet has major temp differences because of what it's made of. Like, if it doesn't have air, the temp swing between day and night would be wild. With gases or oceans to even things out, the day side would get scorching hot, and the night side would freeze. These changes interest stargazers since you can figure out the planet's air. The telescope can measure this, giving serious clues about its climate. But the coolest part? The telescope's orbit lines up with the planet, so it can see its cycles every 11.2 Earth days. If Proxima Centauri b has air, the next thing is to focus on the stuff that makes it up to check if there is suitable for life. Signs like oxygen, water, and methane could suggest the requirements for life. Spotting these things would help support that thought, leading people to check how the light passes through its air. Here's the catch. The telescope can only check out a few of the closest planets that could be lived on. For looking at far-off planets, scientists are waiting for the Extremely Large Telescope, ELT. The ELT should give us a clearer view of what those planets are like. Regular researchers are waiting for the ELT and other upcoming telescopes. The James Webb Space Telescope is still a helpful tool for checking out planets past our solar system. Even though it has some limitations, it keeps on helping us give serious details that could flip our whole idea of the universe now and later. New space telescopes will try to dim the bright light from stars. By making the stars' light lower, these telescopes will see dim light from faraway planets better. This sharper view will help researchers learn about the climates of these planets and checking if they might be lived on. This isn't as easy as it seems. Researchers need to carefully identify gases made by living things with ones made by regular things like volcanoes. They need to get these faraway planets so they can tell signs of life from regular events. As we check out space, we get closer to getting the vast universe and our place. So we have to ask, are we all alone in it? Right now, the telescope is looking at a bunch of planets and moons for signs of life. The idea is getting more steam because a lot of people think that there's a decent shot that extraterrestrial life could be found. Back in '84, Jill Tarter and Thomas Pearson, two cosmologists, started something called SETI. They made a non-profit that would listen to radio signals from space. They're hoping to find something from smart creatures. They used radio waves because signals can go for miles and miles without breaking signals. The Allen Telescope Array in California, which involves 42 telescopes. SETI has been scanning through the airwaves for 30 years, but nothing has been found. Jill Tarter is still holding on to hope. With today's tech, Jill said it could happen at any moment. The James Webb Space Telescope found something and NASA reported it. There was a light that was similar to city lights on a nearby planet. It is 1 million miles from home. It sends back detailed data about space and designed in detail. This helps us get more data and more facts about our galaxy. The telescope is being used to look at light from stars and space. The telescope supports researchers to show facts and data. The telescope actively explores the atmospheres of different planets, even something beneath the surface. The Webb has driving us to a new discovery. Scientists have discovered something in the universe. Researchers are rethinking and evaluating the start of the galaxy. Every bit of data gives us data and reaches to the universe. Only 20 years ago are facts about planets. Cosmologists have spotted planets orbiting and circling. NASA said the planets they were waiting on could be trillions. Space scientists came across something and saw vegetation. It was an amazing find. The search has reached the level when they improve the planets. They delve into the life. The last few decades have been improving for sure. By checking the spectra of light from past and faraway, researchers can determine the parts of air. Scientists are also researching events such as storms. The search has expanded beyond the focus of oxygen and methane as a whole. In addition to models and theoretical models, these help scientists show the possible ways to go exoplanets. These help scientists by checking the ways that things affect them. Global is also a factor as the researchers work together, sharing data and expertise. The ongoing works and innovations show the amazing progress made in the ongoing effort to explore the universe. Each new observation offers the new details and opportunities in new worlds. These may even hold potential. These worlds could have water, one of the most important resources. Scientists also review the planets and stars. These could the stars the world. Understanding. As a start to get more data and learn about potentially new ways to test for life has us looking at planets. The Technique 3S will give the best views and help them maintain a life. These will new paths and give views of the Earth.